mobilization will malite and now mobilization will get to emechi ihe no no ko chita keda ko digi ko ga-enyere gị keda ko digi ko ga-enyere gị dịka onye isi mobilization na akụkụ nke gị onwe gị nọ na ya ka ko digi ko ga-enyere gị na mobilize more people ịbata n'ụgbọ na-aga aga
first of all Honorable Gabriel Mafu director for mobilization Anambra East Zonal coordinator, Anambra North, and state coordinator, Anambra State. Wow. As a whole.
Wow. For mobilization.
For mobilization.
Wow.
Every night comes time weekend. Before that, okay, no, I music. Can I go Biafra. Mrs. Next, I look at them. What about the next song? Right on that day. I don't know who you as a camp approach. Then, what I know, the church, where, like the women, and the Metata. Now they're going to be the best. No, I don't know. Let's go, Mia, water. So me water I have to so that was the Jelendigo. I am of Africa. The leader of Biafra. The leader of bim-massob. But like I know we am one of stop and one of go. I don't know. Line the book in line and Kakanwa. Count line you go. I can even get Biafra entirely. The cook of Ireland. Yeah, I'm an I think Melania Bill. All the line, but
good morning. Please, can we meet you? Right. This is Dr. Can you tell us exactly what's happening today? Today, bim-massob BIM is celebrating 14-year anniversary, and that has shown that we have come to an age to the Biafra actualization. And by the grace of God, you can see the crowd, you can see the people, you can see the movement. And Chief Dr. Rafa Mwazige, the bim-massob leader, is coming here today to hold a rally in order to showcase to the world. That bim-massob BIM has come of age, and we are not celebrating Biafra in a special way to the admiration of the whole world. Today, not only that the Igbos are celebrating, BBC, Voice of America, Al Jazeera, and France 24, they are all coming here today to cover this event. So watch your YouTube, your Instagram, and other Chief Dr. Wazirike has not arrived. Even in the entire continent. He has not arrived because in the continent of Africa, no man has ever used this kind of method to liberate the nation that Chief Dr. Wazirike. More than that, he has used the system and it has become a kind of curriculum in the history of the African nation. And today, Wazirike should be studied. If you may call it the philosophy of Wazirike. You may call it, like in my latest writing, the science of Wazirikism. Today, Wazirike has entered into science. And very soon, all the universities in Africa will begin to study about the science of Wazirikism.
Conclusively, what message do you have for Biafrans?
The message is quite clear. What we have been looking for the past 50 years, which General Mojubu fought in 1967, and eventually in 1970, we lost the war. And somehow, somewhere, a man from nowhere by the name of
otu ọ dị ka ha so anyị ihe a na-eme ọ na-enye anyị obi aṅụrị ya mere weke na anyị onye ego So hope you put in a ID, no be put in the ID. So I can say na Jesus. Kedu aka ọ dịghị ka ọ ga-enyere gị dịka mobilization na akụkụ nke gị onwe gị nọ na ya ka aka ọ dịghị ka ọ ga-enyere gị na immobilize more people ịbata n'ụgbọala aga aga.
First of all, ana m Gabriel Nwafọ, Director for Mobilization, Anambra East, Zonal Coordinator, Anambra North, and State Coordinator, Anambra State.
Wow.
As a whole.
Wow. For mobilization.
For mobilization.
Wow.
Every night comes time weekend. Before that, okay, no, I'm music. Can I go Biafra? Invitation is set up to them. What about the next one? That's on that day. I don't know. I'm going to as I can afford. Then, what I know, well, like the women. I'm a Matata. Now they're going to be no, I don't know. Esego, Mia, water, only a Pugo, so Mia water, I have so that was the Jelandigo. I am one of Africa, the leader of Biafra, the leader of bim-massob, but like a line. I know we are one of soap and one of war. I know the logo. Line of Milan and Kakama. Count line you go, or can even cut Biafra entirely. The cook of Ireland. Now, I'm an answer. I think Melania Bill. Go to line, but
Good evening. Jude, are you there? Hello, Jude. Yeah. Okay, you are already. Yeah, I told others I wouldn't be able to connect them on this thing today because they make a hell of noise. Hello, fellow Biafrans, once again. This is your anchorman, Ikenna Obibiagono. Right now, I am online with Judy Chijoke in Lagos. Judy, welcome to the program, please. And I must commend your efforts for being regular to our program. That is a matter of patriotism. And the Biafrans want somebody like you. You are indeed welcome to this program. We are sincerely apologizing to our numerous listeners that we are beginning this program very, very late because we have to put two and two together. You know, things that have to do with technicalities, there are times they misbehave. So right now, we are commencing our daily broadcast, and I have to inform Biafrans right now that we have a new national anthem. We now have a new Biafra national anthem, and during any broadcast, we are going to play our new national anthem. It has become a ritual. The reason why we have to play this national anthem from time to time is to let our people who are yet unaware of it that we now have a new Biafra national anthem. The old one is no more there because it reminds us of wars and catastrophes. So right now we have something new and we are here to play it to the hearing of all Biafrans.
Behold the kind of day, behold the time of days, that is salvation of their eyes to see. The shining glory, the beauty of Messiah, to set the man to pray, and let the mind to sing. The King is set to go. Let's sing for joy, His kingdom is restored. Let's shout for joy. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, praise Him, the Lord. Oh, Biafra, oh, Biafra. Kingdom of God of earth. Oh, Biafra, the benediction. Bethlehem, oh, Bethlehem. Our heart is glad, our heart is full. Bethlehem, oh Bethlehem, Biafra is your dwelling place of God.
Thank you very much. This is Biafra's new national anthem, which have just played. We promise that from time to time we shall be playing this particular national anthem for our people to be quite aware of it. In time to come, we are going to make copies, audio copies of it, and distribute to every Biafran for them to memorize, for them to learn. This is the situation of things for that, and we quite welcome you once again to this evening's broadcast, which is coming to you from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International. You are welcome to the program. Today, we are going to discuss very important thing. We know the type of system we exist in, and a lot of things are happening in our system. Some people, some group of individuals don't want peace in our society. Every day they devise means, they make plans, they contrive something to make sure there is hostility in the polity. But then the peace-loving people are saying no, it is not that way. If you have lost out, if there were hopes raised and unfortunately hopes dashed, you have to try and become, abreast of it. Live up. Don't say because you have failed and failed woefully, there is no possibility of you rising again. You cannot, because you are falling and you want to grab, you want to hold everybody for all to fall at the same time. It's not the way. When you fall, raise your hands. Those who have not fallen and cannot fall might as well help you, lift you up. But when you are there struggling for last breath, for last breath, of course, you want to drag everybody along with you. Who saves you? This is exactly what we are discovering today in our polity in the Biafran society. We are a group of misguided elements in their contrivings would like to disturb the entire peace of the Biafran land. Every day and all day long, they keep on plotting, unrelenting. They want to make sure there is a crisis in the land, but we are telling them that we have come of age. And there is no amount of provocation or instigation that we make the entire Biafrans to succumb. Nothing will make us to succumb. It's quite impossible. Since we know them, we know their footsteps, we understand their language, there is nothing they can do to hoodwink us. We know them even by their fruits. We live with them, we live close to them. So, We are advising these sets of boys and girls, whatever they are called, if they have nothing doing, they should ask those who are so much preoccupied with the important details of these Biafra activities. This is what we are doing. We have told them again and again that right now the bim-massob family is standing like the rock of Gibraltar and can never be shaken even by the storm. We have told them that our door, our gate is open to welcome them back. They are free to come back, provided they will subject themselves to reformatory processes. And then when we are sure of their humanity, we give them incorporation. We get them incorporated into our midst. But for now, we cannot just embrace them anyhow because of their vicious nature. We are telling them to try and live up. No, try and become human, that you can bring closeness of people to your side. This is what we are saying. Since today, a lot of audio clips have been making round Biafra land. So people just sat back somewhere, recorded their voices, accusing somebody of one thing or the other. Today they accuse the governors. Tomorrow they accuse the federal government. Next tomorrow they accuse they accuse Chifu Wazike. Next time they accuse bim-massob family. Every day they accuse new persons. Why are they confused? This is a problem. What brings me to this is this. This afternoon, somebody sent me a video, an audio clip of a misguided element, an anonymous human being who could not identify himself. Even the script he was reading, he could not even pronounce the words very, very well. He was reading it out like somebody in a panic mood, afraid of his own environment, thinking that maybe he will be caught in the process, even though he was alone where he was reading out this script, handed over to him, saying that last week all the Eastern States governors, even the former ones, Sojus Okano, Rotimi Amechi, what have you, had a meeting in Lagos with the bim-massob family led by Chief Dr. Afro Wazirike. That in the meeting, they concluded that between the 6th of November to the 18th of December, November, that is 3 days to Anambra election, that they will hire some massob members, put on them IPOB London Limited uniform, and then ask them to stand every road leading to Anambra to Owerri or to Imo State, Anambra to Enugu, Anambra to Ebonyi, Anambra to Delta. And then these boys will be there. Anybody, any returning, any road user that passes by, they will kill the person and blame it on IPOB London Limited. What does that mean? One thing I know is that IPOB London Limited has no uniform. IPOB has no uniform. So how can we put on a uniform that doesn't exist? Hello, our first caller. You are welcome to the program. Your name and where you are calling from. Yeah, good evening.
Hello,
I did not Monday. Yes, we have given information several times. Now, I say everybody should hold their peace. That the FM will start, but we shall not give you the exact date, as not to say it is today and tomorrow is not so. When the system is ready, when it is tested and it is functioning effectively, so that anybody, any part of Biafra land or Nigeria will get it, then we announce it.
Okay.
So for now, we are broadcasting. No, I cannot say from that to Sunday. Why should I say that? You don't put words in my mouth. I have told you everybody should exercise patience. Right now, we are broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and our satellite link. People should make use of the word that is available and not asking to get tomorrow of the FM. They should have patience. That is a problem with our people. Over the years, they are not enjoying FM, but few days or few weeks to go, nobody is prepared to exercise a little patience. However, let's go back to what I was discussing. Now, this group of, or let me say, this group of people posted audio clips accusing former governors of the southeastern region, even the current serving governors and the Chief Dr. Waziri and Massob family of plotting to use IPOB London Limited uniform to cause havoc in Biafra land and turn around to blame it on the IPOB. I begin to wonder at what time did IPOB London Limited acquire uniform? Except the ragtag black t-shirts I see them wearing here and there looking long ago whenever they appear on the streets of Biafra land, looking unkempt. So I still wonder how decent Massob members could condescend so low to put on a dirty ragtag t-shirt in the name of uniform. To camouflage who? If you want to camouflage, you camouflage somebody that is on top or ahead of you. Somebody better than you can camouflage, but you cannot come down so low to camouflage an animal. You cannot camouflage a tout. It's not possible. It's just like a madman enters their bedroom, takes away your towel and runs out, and you run out with him, naked. It's never done. So, Massob family has come of age, and nobody can drag us to the mud. This is what we are saying. Nobody can drag the bim-massob family to the mud in the name of trying to remain relevant. This is what we are saying. And now, the funny part of it all is that most of the people who are saying this, who are issuing this particular threat day in, day out, have failed to realize or understand the history of the bim-massob family. Now, take a look at this now, dear listeners who are hooked onto this program. If you go to YouTube or to Facebook right now, you will see a picture displayed, picture of 5 gentlemen. Okay, let me say 5 gentlemen because all of them were gentlemen. You can see where Chief Dr. Waziri is holding Nnamdi Kanu, his boy, a boy he brought up. That is to show and to tell our people that, take it or leave it, Chief Dr. Waziri is still in charge. Those who try to be offshoots of the Biafra struggle at the end of the day captivated them. That even lasted long. This is what we are saying. So the sooner they come back to their senses, the better for them. And this is what we are saying. So let our listeners take a look at the picture we are now projecting on Facebook and YouTube and tell us indeed between the bim-massob family and the IPOB London Limited, who is in charge. This is what we are saying. The moment we understand this simple truth, the better for us. So this is our own Biafra. You take a look at it and then listen to Biafra music.
From the beginning of human history, the Abonda people have persistently used God's name to commit heinous atrocities all over the world. Wars become more bloody.
Now let me welcome Sonny Baba, who is now online. Sonny, are you there with us? Hello, Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember yesterday I said I wouldn't be correcting people on Facebook Messenger, but I decided to give it another trial, provided our members online would control their noisy background, please. Sonny, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Uche Gigi, I don't know if services at Accra today will be okay. Are you there, Uche Gigi?
Yo, I'm here. Good evening.
Yeah, I think today everything sounds very, very clear. I pray you wouldn't change the position as to dislocate the free flow of the interaction. Now, I don't know if some of you read or listened to a particular dirty, vicious audio clip circulated on WhatsApp today. Somebody sent it to me, and in this particular audio clip, you must have heard all I've been saying. Now, you heard it. Somebody, sat back to accuse the bim-massob family, led by Chief Waziri, of holding a meeting in Lagos over the week where they agreed to attack fellow Biafrans on the road to from Asaba to, I mean, let's say from Delta to Anambra, Enugu to Anambra, Imo to Anambra, Ebonyi to Anambra, and turn around to accuse the, what do you call it, the IPOB not limited the group of doing that. This sounds funny. That was an audio clip today. Now, one thing is certain: in the last 1 year, Chief Wazika has never visited Lagos. Do you remember that sometime in 2016, the same group of people, while they were languishing in Abuja prison, were accusing Chief Wazika of wearing a mask, coming to court to testify. These people are never tired of mischievous activities. This is what we are saying. And the sooner we call them to order, the better for us. Sorry, Baba, did you listen to that particular clip?
Yes, but brother, I have heard of what you said. What I have to say on this particular issue is that, these people, these are our brothers, more especially our brothers in IPA. I don't know what we do to them for them to get well. It's like we organize a fasting and prayer for them to come back to their senses.
Exactly. We need to.
Every day by the evening today, when you go out there to discuss with them, to tell them how things will go, before you know it, they will get upset on you.
So don't be offended. So don't be offended. This is interactive session. One of the horrible propaganda they carried out in the last 2 days was this. In Rivers State, a particular school pupil was on her way home inside this keke pep. There was an accident that involved this keke pep and another bus driver. Sadly enough, this young, innocent, beautiful girl died. May her soul rest in peace. Now, instead of sympathizing for the family, instead of praying for the repose of this young girl's soul, these disgruntled elements took a picture, a sad picture of this girl's dismembered body, and put on Facebook, telling the world that the Nigerian soldiers have killed another child, another primary school pupil in Rivers State. Is that not madness?
Yes, they did it again today. A bus was hit by a primary school bus was hit by another vehicle at the back, and two children died in the bus. And when I first saw it, I saw that army shot at children again in their school over the investigation of a team. Later, when I now saw the main truth of that particular thing, I saw the main picture, how the accident happened. From the back of the bus, another vehicle hit the bus, and the two children died in that bus. But these people have posted before that I'm shot at two children. It's not fair. I don't know where these people are coming from. I don't know what they are doing. What they want is crisis. They are angry that the crisis they have been looking for, like October 1st notice, that one didn't happen. They are looking for any means to have crisis in our. But what would they get from me? I have told them time without number. Leave propaganda and lies. Such a thing can never work in Biafra now. They don't know that Biafra is a sacred place, is a thing of God. It's something that God wants to use to tell we Igbo that He is the true God. But they don't want to understand. Every time they will bring out one false information, propaganda, lies, bring that and that, thinking that it will help us. It can never help us.
It can never help us. Exactly. It will not help us.
So the issue is that what I want to say is that what we have to do is that we keep on educating them with truth. Because I challenge them anywhere I am. I say, if whatever you see, what I will use to be teaching is truth. And I want to tell you that if you don't
hold on, please. I know you're here.
If you're not
go on, Sonny.
If you are not truthful,
If you're not prayerful and you're not a peaceful someone, you can never succeed in Biafra land. And God will not allow you to succeed.
Exactly.
Any evil plan you have in Biafra land can never work. Because God is on our side. Because God wants us to be free. So for you to impose anything that will bring us setback, I'm telling you that they can never succeed. Because God is our will.
And that is the truth. They devise anything to create problem in our land. But Biafra is a spirit, and we know that. Whatever their contrivings are, they are going to fail and they are going to suffer the consequences. Uche, DG, are you there with us?
Yes, my brother. Good evening, dear friends. Good evening, all over the world, wherever you are. Good evening. The speed people in America, I think now is afternoon to their locations. Regarding what is going on over and over since yesterday, I have been receiving some propaganda voice notes from, I believe it is from my BOB members. Some of the video getting that is talking about pastors and how they defraud people, talking nonsense, and now you are complaining your own of Mazotra is making a plan to the Biafra state election. This is a news from a pit of hell. As Sonny says that Biafra is a spirit, I continue to educate Carlos from 2011 that Biafra is a spirit. And he thought that I was telling him that the spirit of Biafra is the spirit of Satan.
Yeah, Uche, we are losing connectivity with you. I don't know why.
What I hear me?
At times it fluctuates. It's not very, very clear.
Okay. It's okay than before.
It's not quite anyway. Unless you change your position a bit.
Okay. I hope.
Yeah, it's better now. It's better.
Okay. So I continue to educate our people, most especially Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, that the spirit of Biafra is a spirit of truth, which is a spirit of justice, a spirit of God Himself, who comes in 2011. But he thought that the spirit I'm talking about is the spirit of Satan, a spirit of division, a spirit of life and this confusion into our land and the family into our land and our family. These people have been continuously without thinking of what they are doing. They have trying to destabilize the joy and the peace and love we are having in our land, both our Christian lives. They have been trying to bring confusion in character. This is to show to you is using them. Satan himself is making use of them. So this is the time we have to be a campaign of God, not only a campaign of Biafra. When you listen to our this national anthem, started from the one Chief Dr. If our people truly know the meaning and the definition of our national anthem and our of non-violence, non-exodus. So it was in the Bible. The Bible stated when the Lord sent Moses to go to Israel to let my people go. The Bible said that the Lord do not want them to throw the shot because they would meet war on the way. But led them wrong way so that they will not meet work. Because if they are able to meet work on the way, that some of them may change their mind and they don't have to level. So the Biafra we are talking about is all about truth and reality. Our people, this is the time we have to be a campaign of God, a campaign of truth, a campaign of fact. These people have sold their hearts to the devil. Starting from day one, that is why they make up their mind to destroy the image of Jesus who was vegan. Which God mighty continue to review and the same we can move against. We stand and say no. And today, everything has been in open. There is no single way again. Even some of these brainwashed members, they do not know who opened that radio station for them to listen to. But they will ask you, what achievements have you achieved? Without knowing, we take the campaign away from Biafra land to Europe and to Asia and any part of the world, pagan continent. So this is the time we have to wear the coat of truth openly. Because even I have experienced one of these confrontations in one of the when they go and all their members, they are about 12 and around me. Now I begin to educate them. I begin to tell them what and when. What some of the elder man that
okay, you have to try and make it big because at times the service keeps fluctuating from their own side. So you try and make it brave and then find a better position and reach us back, please. So please try and round it up for us to give opportunity to another person to equally inform us because we don't have much time. Please.
Okay, so what
we are not getting you at all.
This is the.
We are not getting you at all. Okay, now it appears better. Okay, but make it brief, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thank the chief of staff who was doing it, and I thank Almighty God who made it possible for him to still gain the courage to open this radio station once again, for we to use it to mobilize the soldiers of it, for we to use it to educate those who have been brainwashed beyond the human imagination. Because some of them have unknowingly sold their hearts to the devil, that to the extent they will stay in one place or other, trying to make some useless and uncalled for voice, unwarranted voice, and trying to separate it all over. And the agents of darkness will try to spread it. Thank you. This is what I have to say.
Thank you very much for that wonderful analysis of the situations on ground, more especially as they concern this IPOB RPL London Limited. One thing important you quite said there, among others, is that every day they keep on crafting something to throw confusion into our peaceful environment. But we have come of age and we quite understand them. There is nothing they can do. When they are tired, all of them will go home. Which are not okay? Yeah, which are please you check their background is a bit noisy and then we hear your voice.
My background was in that.
Okay, go on please.
Alright, good evening. Institutional officer from Macaulay State. I really want to comment on what is happening now. It's quite unfortunate that this is coming from southeast Nigeria, known as Biafra nation. It's unfair because we are known to be intellectuals, wise people from the east. Wise people are almost known from the east. But ours is quite unfortunate that our brother are bent head to stand on propaganda, painting us black, portraying the Igbo nation as people who doesn't know their left from the right, But thank God that we still have people who stand to maintain their stance on the right way of life. And that is the Massob Bim under Chief Dr. Raf was Ricky, and we stood our ground to stand against every negative propaganda that has been going on. But we don't have to be surprised because this is their nature. A snake, there's a saying in Igbo language that a snake begats snakes. When you're a child of fraud, you always begat fraudulence in your lineage. RPL IPOB Limited is a child of fraud, and their children will continue to be fraudulent to create what they are going to produce, and breed is fraudulent. And that has been the problem we are experiencing. And thank God for bim-massob that is countering every negativity. Today is one thing, tomorrow is another thing. And today is a different story about cow pox. And another thing is about army doing this, army doing that. We don't know what they are going to gain. But we know something for sure. What they stand to gain is to bring chaos among the Igbos, among the Biafra nation. But by the special grace of God, they will never succeed in whatever they are doing. And so, I want to thank you, Ikenna, and also thank all the Massob Bim members, all the Voice of Biafra International crew members who have been who have been standing as the voice, the true voice of the Igbo nation, of the Biafra nation to the world, to tell the world the real truth, the real situation on ground in Biafra land, and so that they will not look at us as if we are all fools. We are not fools, and we are here to stand to make things correct. And so, thank you so much once again, Ikenna, and especially to our able leader, Chief Dr. Raf was working, who has made this voice available to speak for the voiceless, to speak for the nation of Biafra. And I want to commend you, I want to commend all the Biafran crews for this effort being done. And I believe that amidst all these challenges, amidst all this trouble, we are going to come out triumphantly victorious. Yes, unharmed. And that is my prayer. And that is what is happening now. Nations, everybody is seeing this as the real. And so shall it be. You are going to come out real. And the nations are going to celebrate us. Thank you very much, Ikenna, because I know that this is a very big work we have to do, and you are doing it. We are not going to relent.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And for those that see doubt that the bim-massob family is in charge, they are now free to listen on YouTube or Facebook right now, or even on satellite, the voice of this gentleman.
Good morning. Please, can we meet you?
This is Dr. Efe.
Can you tell us exactly what's happening today?
Today, Massob BIM is celebrating 18-year anniversary, and that has shown for that we have come to an age to the Biafra actualization. And by the grace of God, you can see the crowd, you can see the people, you can see the movement. And Chief Dr. Rafa Waziri, the BIM Massob leader, is coming here today to hold a rally. In other words, to showcase to the world. In other words, to showcase to the world that Massob BIM have come of age, and we are not celebrating Biafra in a special way to the admiration of the whole world. Today, not only that the Igbos are celebrating, BBC, Voice of America, Al Jazeera, France 24, they are all coming here to cover this event. So watch here on YouTube, Instagram, and other media outlets. You're going to see what exactly we are doing today.
Dr. Efe, can you tell us one or two things about the principle of non-violence?
In the issue of the principle of non-violence, it is quite simple and clear. It was first started in India in 1847, when Mahatma Gandhi of India began the campaign of the actualization of India independence. And this method was used and applied, and it became so efficacious that India got her independence through non-violence. And therefore, what we are doing today is not a child's play, neither a giraffe. But Rafa was thinking the first in Africa, second in the world, has actually used the same system to liberate Biafra people. Today we are celebrating
Dr. Rafu Wazirike.
No, Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike has not arrived. Even in the entire continent. He has not arrived because in the continent of Africa, no man has ever used this kind of method to liberate the nation than Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike. More than that, he has used the system and it has become a kind of curriculum in the history of African nation. And today, Wazirike should be studied. If you may call it the philosophy of Wazirike. You may call it, like in my latest writing, the science of Wazirikism. Today, Wazirike has entered into science. And very soon, all the universities in Africa will begin to study about the science of Wazirikism.
Conclusively, what message do you have for Biafrans?
The message is quite clear. What we have been doing for the past 50 years, which General Mojubu fought in 1967, and eventually in 1970, the war, we lost the war. And somehow, somewhere, a man from nowhere by the name of...
Yes, that is a living testimony of what the bim-massob family can do under the able leadership of Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike. When we hear intellectuals speak, we learn a lot. These are men who are well grounded in words of wisdom, and when they speak volumes, and not like the misguided elements that always flood the social media with vile propaganda, looking for whom to assassinate his character. That is quite unfortunate. That is not the essence of freedom. If you know you are not well grounded in freedom fighting, if you don't understand the principles of freedom fighting, there is no need to get involved in it. Freedom fighting is not a money-making venture. But the problem is that most of the offshoots coming from Massob, in other words, those people that broke out from Massob are there to establish economic empire and promising our people that they have the Biafra intention in mind. All these are absolute lies. We are here now to unbundle all the lies and to tell our people that time has come and gone when anybody begins to talk that they will not
otu ọ dị ka ha so ihe a na-eme ọ na-enye anyị obi aṅụrị ya bụ maka na anyị onye
Yeah, thank you very much. That's the voice of Biafra women testifying to the goodness in the bim-massob family. Now, the choice of 16th to 18th of November as the time purportedly issued or accused or alleged by the IPOB group of Group Limited is for the fact that 16th to 18th virtually marks the eve of Anambra elections. So these are the people who are hell-bent on disrupting this election, or probably they would want to scare some people away for them to enter through the back door and vote in for their preferred candidate. We have gotten security information that the IPOB RBL London Limited is trying to scare people away on the election day and then through the back door bring in their men to thumbprint for a particular candidate of their choice. By that time, one person can thumbprint up to 300 to 500 voting papers. What do you call it now? Vote up to 300 to 500 times. for a candidate of their choice. So that is why they have chosen between the 16th and the 18th of November as a time when Massob members will camouflage in non-existent uniform to attack innocent people along the road. So this is quite unfortunate. Let me ask you, Sonny Babona, do you think that all these attempts this IPOB Limited is making will affect Anambra election?
No. I don't think that all their plans will affect the election because they are always a failure. So Anambra election has been successful already. The true plan is that they want a candidate. They wanted to support a special candidate. They know whom they are working for. But it's unfortunate to them that God has exposed them. So every of their plan can never affect Anambra election. Anambra election will be successful and nothing will happen. The election will go successful. So whatever they are thinking, whatever they are having in mind that will take place that very day, I want to tell you that they have failed already. So the election must be successful. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Of course, they have failed. I asked that question for me, or for us to know the pulse of the people back home in Biafra land. We know there must be election in Anambra State. Anambra people have already decided, and campaign is going on daily basis. There's nothing they can do. We can understand the angle from which they are coming because they are now a frustrated lot. They are disappointed, especially the outcome of Abuja visit yesterday. They had expected the case to be quashed, but unfortunately, the High Court judge took a different stand. Not that we are trying to support anybody against any Biafran person, no. But then, when they are called such dirty names and proscribed, one would expect them to put on elements of decency, at least to garner public sympathy, and for us to come together and tell government, no, these people are not terrorists. Now, but when we are trying to sympathize with you, to fight the government to say you are not terrorists, you are then behaving like a terrorist. That is the problem. Okay, what do you have to say about the choice of this 16th to 18th for this disruption or attacking people on the road? Hello, Uchenna. I don't know if Uchenna Okeke is still there with us. Now, when he's not there, Uche, Digi, you are there, take over. Why do you think these people have decided to say 16 to 18 because of, let me say, Anambra election? Do you think they will in any way succeed in their plot?
My brother, it is impossible. Those people, whatever they said, what they are is just an ordinary dog who used to bark. So what they are doing now is their best. So after this, they are attacking now. On that day, they will just go and relax and sitting on their computer to see if they are able is working or they that is back in Anambra State election is going to be a successful, because I must confess to you, the same people do not vote during the presidential Instead, they are not out. That is the only thing they can do. I must come. And with that, the assistant other them do not even ABC is suggesting that they are reducing after vote. You go there.
Hello.
Yeah, hold it there. Someone is talking. Yeah, go on, Uche Digi. Oh, there is a very poor network over there in Accra today. I don't know why.
So I was there. Yeah, I know that is myself. Maybe that is it is raining. So what I'm trying to say Anambra State election is going to hold, whether they like it or not. It has been programmed to be conducted, and the material that I believe by now is on ground. So nothing will stop it, my brother. Nothing.
Of course, nothing will stop it. As okirikiri na-agbu ka ose na-arị elu, ha merecha mkpotu ha ga-alaba, ndị ga-atụ vootu abịa tọọ ya. A ga-enwe vote na Anambra on the 18th of November this 2017. We have advised every parent or every parents, there must be on the alert to make sure that their children and wells are not allowed to go out that very day and cause any form of disruption. Any child that would want to mortgage his freedom is free to join a motley crowd to create confusion on that particular day. And we have to inform our people that any person trying to disrupt this election will be committing suicide. We are not going to hold the Nigerian military or police accountable for anything that comes out of it. This is why we have to inform our people by word of advice. If you are coming out, come out and vote and go back home. If you do not want to vote, do not loiter to create problems. If you do, you shall have yourself to blame. This is a warning and advice to all our people. Uchenna, okay, can you back with us right now?
And they see each other as abominable infidels.
Okay.
During the Nigerian Biafra war, atrocities
okay.
Or recognize the ethnic and religious implications. However, the purpose of this work is neither to apportion blames or criticize but to preserve history and to let our young people.
Yes. Okay, then.
Please, I will tell you maybe in the next 10 minutes, please. Thank you.
I understood you.
Generations who were not born during the struggle know the kind of songs used to boost the morals of the Biafran soldiers.
Okay. This live streaming is coming to you from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International.
Ikwere na Biafra, onye move back again. One day, Ikwere na Biafra, Biafra, weferi. Ikwere na Biafra, onye move back again. Ikwere na Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Ikwere na Biafra, onye move back again. Ikwere na Biafra, Biafra, weferi. Ikwere na Biafra, onye move back again. Ikwere na Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Ikwere na Biafra, onye move back again. Adomina, Adomina, oh, Adomina, 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 oh, Adomina, 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 Madara, Chado, Adomina, 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 Anyama, 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 Adomina, Adomina, oh, Adomina, 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 oh, Adomina, 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 Madara, Chado, Adomina, 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 Anyama, Anyama, oh, Anyama,
Yeah, please play music now.
Now, as we, what do you say, Uchenna?
Well, I still they still was quiet. That's why I was like, play music now.
No, music is playing. You cannot hear it because it is from the same
Okay,
laptop,
okay.
please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Now, as we prepare for Anambra election come the 18th of November, the entire bim-massob family equally is preparing our Memorial Day for the late Ikemba Nnewi, the People's General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. The entire bim-massob family is busy making sure that come 26th of November, the world will hear us, Nigeria will hear us, and every Biafra will hear us. Arrangements are being made to make sure that it's going to be a very colorful day. There will be march past, there will be songs, parades, of course. Anything that will make it colorful shall be presented. Our Biafra scientists will be on ground. Our Biafra technicians, technologists, everybody shall be on ground to tell Biafrans how far they can go in inventing a lot of things. Biafrans are good at that. They are very much given to talents. We are going to display our talents on the 26th of November at Owerri during the Memorial Day for the late Ikemba Nnewi, the People's General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. We are preparing indeed, and every hands, I have to say, everybody is working towards the success of that particular day. This is something that makes us, superior and equally great. Ahead of 26th of November, the bim-massob family is preparing for the day. Hello, welcome to the program, dear caller.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, and welcome to the program. This is Voice of Biafra International. Your name, please, and where you are calling from.
Okay, sir. I come from Monica. Good evening.
Go on, please. We are listening.
Can I speak English?
Of course. Igbo is our language. So Igbo, what is your message?
Okay, sir. Let me get me a talk before.
No, get it right now. Yeah, ihe na-aga ọfụma. Ụzọ ihe abụọ anyị nwere na nwa November na-abịa abịa bụ nke bụ Anambra election. Anyị na-ekwu na a ga-enwe election na Anambra State and the governor must emerge. Ọ bụ eziokwu na e nwere ndị otu na-agagharị up and down na-ekwu otu ha na-achọta ha ga-esi mebisia obodo Biafra, obodo Anambra, mana anyị si na ọwa asị na a ga-eme election na Anambra a ga-eme ya and the winner must surely emerge. Nke ọzọ anyị na-ekwu okwu ya bụ na emechaa election na 18th of November ndị bim-massob family ga-akwadozi n'ike maka 26th of November mgbe anyị ga-eme ncheta Dim Chukwuemeka Odubegwu the People's General. Ọhịa anyị na-agbasa ozi ya na-eme ka mba ụwa mara mba ọla dị iche iche ka ha mara ihe ndị bim-massob family ga-eme on the 26th of November at Owerri. And anyị na-agwakwa ndị otu anyị onye ọbụla jisi ike chọọ ihe ọ ga-eme ka ụbọchị ahụ ka ọ bụrụ ihe ga-adị egwu ka ọ bụrụ ihe eji ama atụ ihe adịmma ihe dị mma dị iche iche ga-eme ụbọchị ahụ. N'ụbọchị ahụ kwa ndị Igbo na-ebe ha nọ nwere ike ịrụpụta ihe ọbụla ha ga-arụpụtara maka ọganihu nke ndị Igbo ndị Biafra. Ha ga-ebu ya abịa ebe ahụ n'ụbọchị ahụ ka ha nwee ike gosi anyị ihe ha na-eme ka Biafra gaa n'ihu. Ihe a bụ ihe ndị anyị na-ekwu n'igwe taa. Ndewo.
Onye bịa ya so a na-ekele unu na-ekele ike asịrị nke mbọchị ka ndị ọma mbọchị ọ ga-ekwe ebe a.
Yes, I know. Okay, ihe mere na nke na-ekwu gba na-agbasa ozi n'ụwa gburugburu ma n'oge na-adịrị anya anyị ga-ebikwa na-ekwu okwu na FM anyị na ha agba mbọ n'izu ụka na-abịa abịa ka anyị na ndị ihe gbasara FM station anyị nwere appointment anyị garụzi ụbọchị ahụ anyị na ha atụzie gba izu nke ikpeazụ amarazie echi oge ebiri ọkụ. Ihe ọbụla ha gwaziri anyị ga-enwe ike gbasaa ya n'igwe oyibo anyị ji ekwu okwu ka ndị Biafra n'ebe ha nọ mara na-esi dị ote maọbụ esi dị ote na anyị ga-ebidozi na-ekwu okwu na FM. Ọbịa ka o siri dịrị taa. Ndewo.
Spread our website and introduce our listing to our people. Let them begin to listen to our broadcast through
yes,
Facebook.
Exactly, Uche Digi. This is the duty of every zonal coordinator. Every zonal coordinator. Get bambo where our site. Actually, she got our site na Facebook, my name broadcast. But on YouTube, but on satellite. I get with him there. Get her over Chola. Get your Yola. Kambola in the Kokuna radio. Call your name here. Ota Hamba had a mayor.
Okay.
Yeah. Ọ dị mma. Ndewo jisiko ọ ga-adịrị onye ọbụla ma ọ ga-adịrị Biafra ma n'aha Jizọs. Amen. Ndewo.
Beloved homeland of our great heroes, we must defend our lives or we shall perish. We must protect our souls from all our foes. What is the price is there for we won't care? Then let us die without a shade of and of the rising sun we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our great heroes, we must defend our lives or we shall perish. We must protect our souls from all our foes. But if the price is there for we would give, then let us die without a shred of fear.
Much like a since yesterday, information reaching our desk. Of course, when I say information, whether it is something good or bad, it still remains information. And this is coming from the same group of disgruntled elements. How authentic the information is, we do not know, except that we are still investigating. Much as on the other side of it all, we know that it's same lies coming from the pit of hell, like Uche Didi rightly described it. That 80,000 cows were killed or maybe infected with virus or what they call monkey cow or cowpox, whatever it is called, in northern Nigeria. And the same peddlers of this rumor are saying that it is the Boko Haram people that infected and infested these cows with pox. In consequence, 80,000 cows died. How possible? What type of exaggeration is that? How come that 80,000 cows were placed inside one particular pen. It is not possible. Are they talking to who? This is a story told to the Marines. There is no possibility of going anywhere in any part of Nigeria and you see 80,000 cows put together. 80,000 cows. They didn't say 1800, of course, which means 80,000. No, they didn't mean that. Not 80,000, not 800. Instead, 80,000 is unimaginable. And should they said 800 or 8,000, it's a different not together. It could be 8,000, it could be 800. No, or 1,800, but not 80,000 cows. Where in Nigeria at a spot can one find 80,000 cows? What do they eat? Or if these cows are scattered here and there in different parts of the northern Nigeria, how come Boko Haram was able to penetrate everywhere and infested these cows with bugs without anybody noticing them? How possible? This is another lie from the pit of hell. This afternoon, we were discussing together in our forum, and I remember that Uche, DG, and Nkoma were asked, or they were mandated to discuss one of the rumor harbingers. For the lady to come on air and take some questions, and for her to convince us that these 80,000 cows were indeed infested with pox, and all of them died. Uche, DG, are you there? Have you been able to come in contact with the lady in question over there in Accra, Ghana?
My brother, I must confess that the person who asked him that I need the information regarding of the lady that is giving out this news, that we would like to interview her and for the substance see the phone number, and someone was telling me the fact. I know,
Uche, Gigi, I must confess, most of the things you say we cannot understand, we cannot hear you very, very well. Uche, you get me? Most of the things you say we don't understand you because of network fluctuation over there. If you can just help us and come outside a bit, provided it's not at a noisy setting, that would be good for us. Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, it's better now.
Yeah, what I am trying to tell the world is, as we ask the person to provide the contact number and information of the lady that was giving out the news, suddenly the person disappeared with the information. And of course, you know that that news is a fake that have no evidence. The lady cannot be able to defend it. That is the reason why she disappeared overnight.
Yeah, go on, please.
This is the situation.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the situation on ground.
Okay.
And I would like to encourage our people to stop listening to anyhow audio messages. They started at the earlier stage regarding they started sending some of the news that will share it to your friend or you die or some certain things like that. This is the same people who are making this type of spreading it to put panic to our people, to put confusions, and makes our people uncomfortable to eat whatever they want to eat. So they have to. This is the time we have to share flyers. We have to share flyers to educate our people to listen to authentic voice that is going to be giving them information that is that is not even is in fact authentic, well refined information and not propaganda or lies. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Yes, when that information filtered into our desk, or into our desk, we considered it, with a pinch of salt, and we quite knew that that is another of the IPOB London Limited propaganda. They are doing everything possible to create acrimony in the country. Even though they have nothing to offer, one begins to wonder, what actually do they want? If they want rehabilitation, we can indulge them. Good enough, the Ebonyi State Governor, the other state governor, has already started the rehabilitation process. Even in the bim-massob family, we can rehabilitate very many of them if they are willing. If they are prodigal enough to come back, we get them rehabilitated. But when they feel unrepentant and keep on spreading jargon, creating confusion, panic in the society, this is where and when they dig their graves deeper and deeper. Sorry, Babo, are you aware of the information making the round that 80,000 cows were infested with pox in northern Nigeria? Do you believe in that exaggeration? 80,000 cows at a spot? How possible? Sorry, Babo.
My brother, thank you very much. You know, all these things, sometimes the people will raise one kind news that is unbelievable. When you poison cow, a cow that is poisonous, would that cow be alive to land in that land here, or would they be brought as a dead cow? You see, the issue is that all these things is what is called, all those hate speeches or whatever, trying to put confusion in between us and our neighbors. True, we are fighting for Biafra, does not mean that we go on with lies. I don't believe such lies. It's not possible. The other time they say they poison onions, poison carrots, poison this, poison that, poison that. If they poison all those things and bring it down to the east here, and we ate them and died, then who will buy their next crops and cows? So I don't believe in such a thing. It's not possible, and it cannot happen. So there is no way they can poison anything and bring it down to eat here, and it will affect us. No. So all these things are the same rumor carried by enemies, spread by ignorance, and accepted by fools. And you know where the rumor is coming from. Lies. So I don't believe such a thing. I don't believe that. And all these kind of things can never in this life effort. It can never.
Yeah, we are not telling you anymore, please.
All these kind of things can never in this life effort. It can never.
Yeah, sorry, but we are not telling you anymore, please.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better. Okay.
Okay. So all these people that rumoring all this thing all about, they want to put confusion. They need, in fact, this is what is called a total hatred in between us and our neighbors. But it will not work. So we don't believe in all these kakapoo stories. So they should desist from such acts, because we have a long way to go. We get to make our future to be brighter. We should not put ourselves into a jeopardy future. So I reject, and in fact, I can't believe such rumor that 80,000 cows was poisoned to bring down to the east, so that we will eat the cows and die. No, it's not possible. It's never possible.
And the irony of it all is that the same people that tell us that these cows have been poisoned, day by day they eat meat from the north. They eat this cow from the north. So if these cows are poisoned, How come the same people are eating the same thing? Go to joints today, you see them seated, enjoying these same cows, flushing everything down with bottles of beer. And when they come out, they tell you the cows have been poisoned. You made a very good point. If these people poison us and we all die, who is going to buy their goods in the future? That is a question. That's a very sound logic. But you see, those who carry this rumor don't think deep. Remember, few days ago, what happened? Many of their members read a tabloid on the social media that President Fence in the bedroom. President Fence in the bedroom or in the bedroom. Without reading the kernel, without reading the content of this particular caption, many of their members started insulting Buhari, saying yes, God has punished him for bringing them Operation Python dance. That is God's punishment to Buhari. Without reading the content of this particular caption, they concluded that Buhari is the only president in the whole world. So whenever a president is mentioned, they remember Buhari. And they were saying God has punished him. You can now imagine the level of people we are dealing with. You can imagine the level of people who said they want to give us a referendum. You can imagine the level of people who said they want to give us Biafra. You can imagine the level of people who say there will be no election in Anambra State and by exception Biafra land. You can imagine people who keep on day by day disrupting the peace of the society. For individuals to have read caption and concluded that Buhari was only president in the whole world, that shows poverty of intellect. And if poverty of intellect is a gift, I have to ascribe it to the to the IPOB RPL Group Limited, London. That is true. And they deserve it. These are people who don't think before they say something. They hardly think of the consequences of actions. They just say it, not minding. At the end of the day, they begin to regret. You remember series of bones they made in the past, threatening fire and brimstone, threatening to bring the entire country down, threatening to Somalize everywhere, threatening to bring back home president's heads and what have you. At the end of the day, mere single gun was shot and everybody went on the ground. I'm not saying that shooting anybody down is good. No, I'm just trying to create a scenario where noise makers don't have the wherewithal to withstand themselves. A toothless bulldog does not bite. One thing I know is this: no barking dog bites. It is impossible. What I have discovered in them is that all of them are barking dogs that do not have teeth. And that is quite unfortunate.
Yeah, that is encouragement. I am last time. I don't know if you put it in practice or if Biafrans are putting it in practice. Regarding this rumor, they are going about election time that Massob DIM is going to put on this and write it any nonsensical things. I believe that it would be very well encouraging if our leader, Chief Dr. Afo, was vegan, can order his men not to put any uniform and moving around on the street that day, that particular day. Put it on newspaper so that when this IPOB group of talkative or terrorists try to cause confusion, they can be able to grab them, because by now I think they have sold those plots they want to use to create confusion, want to use to go out there to load and knock out inside bush. So the Nigerian security personnel should grab them one after the other.
Okay, yeah, that is a very good information, DG. Beyond the hour, I will inform Chief immediately to issue that directive that no bim-massob member should put on our uniform on that particular day, because these misguided elements are going to capitalize on that to camouflage our own and create confusion. At the end of the day, the blame shall be on us.
Okay, you can let me chip a little way into that.
Okay.
So the issue is that we don't wear our uniform anyhow. We have respect everything we are doing for Biafra. So we don't wear our uniform ordinarily except occasionally when we have our meeting or when we have any activity. So at that very time they are talking about, we don't have any activity to carry out that particular time. So none of our members is on the uniform. That's very good. So that's it.
Thank you very much. At least we can still reach out to Chief Doctor for Waziki, the bim-massob leader, to issue that directive to all the zonal commanders and the administrators to make sure that nobody puts on our uniform that very day. It is a sacred uniform, it's not seen on the streets anyhow. We don't wear ragtag. So I am sure that envy is creeping in. That is why when they see the bim-massob members wearing their clean uniform, they cannot find bearing anymore. What happened at Onitsha on the 13th of September is still ringing in the ears of everybody. And as we continue to flash them on Facebook and YouTube, anger, bitterness continue to sit in their hearts. There's nothing we can do about it to allow them to die in their ignorance. Now, sorry, Baba, before I called you, were not there. I was asking to brief fellow Biafran stand there the preparations on ground towards 26th of November, Ojukwu Memorial Day. Sorry, it's not there?
Yeah, it's like it's not connected.
Okay, now, Uche, do you have any information for people on the preparations on ground towards 26th of November, Ojukwu Memorial Day?
Director, you understand that last time when we have that Ojukwu Memorial Day and it went successfully, what the same radio propaganda and the lies and the rumor spreading, what they were saying is, it is because of Alhaji Asre de Kobo, who visited the occasion, made the occasion to boom. You know, so this 13th rally we did is a very shocking move at a very shocking occasion for them. So I believe this year, this coming event is going to be another special moment for we to display the reason why we are called the Biafrans. And I believe it will be a very enjoyable moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In fact, Uche, DG, and others who are hooked on to us on Facebook right now, if you go to Facebook now, you will see a clip displaying Chief Waziri, Kano, and 3 others. In fact, many of their members are writing in now saying, oh, they never indeed believed that Kano was Chief Waziri's right-hand man. But now they are seeing both of them on a picture as we are broadcasting, they're not tend to believe. And so they're saying, oh, if they could call to ask us some questions or to make some contributions. Yes, Uche, you can go on to tell them, those who are listening, that they are free to give us a call and make contributions, please. Go on, Uche, and tell them that. Because all of them are listening live right now.
Okay, my able brother. I will continue to advise them because I have been spreading this news for a long time. You know, to the extent when they begin to ask me if I'm a lawyer to Chief Dr. Rapo Wazirike, when they continue to ask me if Chief Wazirike cannot be reached, why is he silent? I tell them he is not on Facebook. Then, you know, that warrant me to take a lot of steps. So I will continue to educate them to make sure that I reach them all, for them to continue to reason, because one of them in Brazil even reason like being and begin to ask a question. That is when the time there is a confusion in their groups. One of them promised me if what he saying is truth, that they are going to beat him. That is when they beat him in Enugu. So I believe that some of them are beginning to reason in many ways. Some of them are beginning to reason when he was to arrest them, coming to beg Dr. Rafu Wazirike for him to, you know, to unite with Nnamdi Kanu, for him to move his men to go for the release of Nnamdi Kanu then, which I tried to reach support to, you know, to make a move for that, and the Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike continue to comment for the release of that man, and before the beginning again to propaganda against him, that is coming to testify against him with a mask. So this is the problem we are encountering. So, but we will not be tired. We will continue to make sure that our truth is heard, our voice is heard, without any doubt, because truth is power. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. Even though many of them are expressing surprise, there are also others who are very much angry that we are displaying the picture of this particular picture having Chief Wazirike and Kanu close to him. They are not happy because they believe we are now revealing the whole truth. They never believed, but we are here to tell them the truth, and that is why some of them are very, very bitter that we are projecting this particular picture to counter all their propaganda. Indeed, we know how to deal with them without shooting a gun. That is what Voice of Biafra International is all about. This is Voice of Biafra International, broadcasting live from Germany. We are on YouTube streaming live. We are on Facebook streaming live. We are also on satellite. Join us. The music is for you.
dead, I wish I know more. If I die today, I will die no more. If I die today, I will die no more. I am a just good. I am a just good. I am a just good. Unu na de ma. I am a just good. Unu na waduyo.
Yes, we have been broadcasting to you all along from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International, streaming live from Germany. We are on Facebook streaming live. We are on YouTube streaming live. We are equally on our satellite devices streaming live. Join anyone you like. Take our call. Call us and tell us your mind. Share our views. Share our pictures. Share our ideas. Join us. This is the bim-massob family, the maker of all things. This particular Voice of Biafra International is the making of the bim-massob family under the able leadership of Chief Dr. Rapo Wazike. And we are the best because we provide you authentic information. We don't believe in propaganda. We don't believe in propaganda at all. We give you the true version of any particular story. We don't just read the caption and forget the tenet of the message. We go deeper and excavate the full details and make sure that our people get the best. Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans, for being with us all along, let's say the past 2 hours. And we must bring our broadcast to an end this particular evening to reconvene on Friday, 7 o'clock Biafra time. I thank Uche DG, who joined us from Ghana. Uche, please, could you say hey, good night to fellow Biafrans who are listening, because we are bringing the program to an end until Friday again. Uche DG.
Yes, all over the world, in Biafra land, I salute you all through the power of Creator in heaven and the power of the Trinity God. I salute you all. Thank you for listening to Voice of Biafra International.
Thank you.
Casting from Germany. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Uche, okay, can you still online with us, please? We can now say goodnight to fellow Biafrans because we have come to the end of the 2-hour broadcast for us to reconvene once again on Friday, 7 p.m. Biafra time.
Yes, it's my pleasure to have all of you all over the world as to listen to the Voice of Biafra International today. And God bless us and keep us throughout the night. Amen.
Thank you very much. And please, Uchenna Okeke, be informed that on Friday you are going to take over the studio. Please, while the greater part of Sunday will be taken over by Uche DG. So, Uchenna Okeke, on Friday you are going to take over the studio. Be informed now and get ready. Please, thank you very much, you all, for being with us, for your commitment and for your patriotism. We really admire your spirit and we keep on encouraging ourselves until Biafra is achieved. We thank you 1,000 times and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
So, just hold on, let us talk briefly.